Cronos value expectation rundown. Cronos cost estimate recommends a chance of CRO exchanging between $0.2007 to $0.2449 in 2025, which explicitly certainly is genuinely critical in an especially significant manner. Experts project a bullish pattern for Cronos in 2030, with costs possibly coming to $6.38 mark in every way that really matters, certainly in opposition to mainstream thinking, or so they for the most part thought. Our Cronos, especially in every practical sense, long-haul gauge for 2050, proposes CRO possibly going somewhere in the range of $292.89 and $333.65, which generally is genuinely critical. The cost of one CRO would in every practical sense, by and large, reach with respect to all plans and purposes, essentially high as $260.43 United States dollars by 2040, for the most part in opposition to mainstream thinking, which explicitly is very critical. Cronos sort of in every practical sense is as of now evaluated at $0.0965 in the market in an unobtrusive way in a for the most part huge manner. Starting around 06 December 2023, Cronos basically is exchanging at $0.0965 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 0.63% in very most recent 60 minutes, truly kind of as opposed to mainstream thinking. CRO generally especially has a pretty for the most part all-out market cap of $2,438,119,831, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $25,958,893, which certainly is genuinely critical, exceptionally as opposed to prevalent thinking. This especially makes Cronos, CRO, exceptionally kind of positioning at 29 in the digital currency market, for the most part in every practical sense. Further appearance how Cronos value expectation rundown. Cronos cost estimate recommends a chance of CRO exchanging between $0.2007 to $0.2449 in 2025, in a sort of really significant manner. Incredibly, in the event that you in every practical sense are a crypto financial backer, and considering what essentially in a real sense is the Cronos cost forecast finish of 2040, what will Cronos fundamentally truly be entirely of worth in 2040 in an unpretentious manner? Is Cronos a reasonably excellent venture or especially extremely worth purchasing in 2040, which for the most part is genuinely critical in an unpretentious manner? Will CRO cost fundamentally in a real sense outperform its untouched high, or so they basically sort of thought in an unobtrusive manner? These explicitly truly are our Cronos cost expectations for CRO's future in an unobtrusive manner. Cronos, CRO, value expectation 2040, as per the Cronos conjecture cost and specialized examination, in 2040 the CRO cost basically by and large is supposed to commonly generally cross an especially essentially normal value level of $0.0995. The normal sort of lovely least value worth of Cronos toward the finish of the truly sort of current year ought to for the most part sort of be $0.0900, exhibiting how these quite are our Cronos cost expectations for CRO's future in an unobtrusive manner. Besides, CRO can explicitly fundamentally arrive at a sort of essentially greatest value level of $0.1023 in a kind of essentially large manner in an especially significant manner. Cronos, CRO, value estimate December 2023. The Cronos, CRO, cost for December 2023 may in every way that really matters arrive at an especially for the most part least worth of $0.0900, while the by and large essentially greatest gauge value sort of for the most part is around $0.1023 in an unpretentious manner in an exceptionally huge way. The by and large normal cost for CRO in every practical sense generally is fundamentally especially anticipated to in every way that really matters reach $0.0995 in December 2023, exhibiting that Cronos in a real sense for the most part is at present evaluated at $0.0965 on the lookout, which all things considered is very critical. Cronos fundamentally passed cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap. The Cronos S cost sort of has shown a kind of for the most part great increment of 1.06% in the actually genuinely most recent 24 hours, decently by and large, in spite of prevalent thinking. From by and large genuinely most recent 7 days, the CRO basically for the most part was in essentially generally excellent vertical pattern and expanded by 5.67%, or so they in a real sense thought, or so they truly thought. Cronos essentially for the most part has shown certainly sort areas of strength for of potential recently, and this could be fundamentally certainly great chance to explicitly in a real sense dive right in and contribute, especially kind of additional appearance, how this fundamentally makes Cronos, kind of in every way that really matters, positioning at 29 in the digital money market. Decently truly further appearance how Cronos value expectation rundown Cronos cost conjecture proposes a chance of exchanging between $0.2007 to $0.2449 in 2025 in an extremely kind of huge manner, so examiners project a bullish pattern for Cronos in 2030 with costs possibly coming to $6.38 mark, all things considered, exceptionally in spite of prevalent thinking. Cronos value figure 2040 facts what will for the most part be Cronos reasonably essentially worth in 2040, genuinely sort of in opposition to mainstream thinking, or so they generally thought. The cost essentially is gauged to actually for the most part arrive at a decently kind of greatest degree of $0.1023, with kind of in every practical sense, least cost of $0.0900 toward the finish of 2040, showing how our Cronos certainly long-haul estimate for 2050 proposes possibly running somewhere in the range of $292.89 and $333.65, which by and large is very huge. Genuinely in opposition to mainstream thinking. Does Cronos certainly generally have a future, which in a real sense especially is genuinely critical? As far as value, Cronos for the most part by and large has an extraordinary actually quite potential to generally fundamentally arrive at new levels, which generally basically shows that Cronos value expectation 2040 as per the Cronos estimate cost and specialized examination in 2040, the cost truly is supposed to basically truly cross an extremely normal value level of $0.0995. The normal especially by and large least value worth of Cronos toward the finish of the decently kind of current year ought to be $0.0900, exhibiting how these in a real sense by and large are our Cronos cost forecasts for CRO's future in an unpretentious manner in an unobtrusive way. It varies figure that will increment in esteem, exhibiting that these for the most part in a real sense are our Cronos cost expectations for CRO's future, quite as opposed to prevalent thinking in a fundamentally significant manner. As per especially unambiguous specialists and business examiners, Cronos can for the most part fundamentally hit the practically the barely the greatest cost of $0.5020 till 2030, showing how Cronos value conjecture December 2023. The Cronos cost for December 2023 may for the most part arrive at in every way that really matters. By and large least worth of $0.0900, while the very for the most part most extreme estimated value sort of is around $0.1023 in a by and large significant manner. Is Cronos kind of really worth purchasing in 2040, or so they in a real sense thought, which